Bonjour! This week we'll be talking about things you don't like. In other words, we're going to make some verbs negative. It's probably a good idea to go back and take a look at the Module 1 video because we'll be using verbs a lot in this chapter and really in every chapter going forward. If you don't have a good handle on them yet, we need to get you there. Once you're able to use the verbs and conjugate them, we want to sometimes make them negative. To do that, all we do is take the expression ne and pas and put the verb in the middle. So for example, je ne chante pas dans un groupe. Je ne chante pas dans un groupe, which means I don't sing in a group. And you can see from the bolded text here how I've put ne and pas around the verb in the middle. I still have to conjugate the verb, and in this case I'm conjugating with je, because that's my subject. Nous ne parlons pas italien. We don't speak Italian. Here's my subject, nous, my verb, parlons, conjugated with nous, and I've sandwiched the verb in between the expression ne and pas. That makes it negative. Let's look at some examples of some other verbs. Je n'aime pas, tu n'étudies pas, elle n'habite pas. You can see that this looks a little different. Instead of having ne, here we have an apostrophe. Back to our famous contraction with the vowels and the H. Remember that in French, two vowels can't really go together. Sort of like two magnets that bump up against each other. They sort of repel rather than stick. So what we do is we take one of those vowels away so that we now have a consonant next to the vowel. French mouths like that a lot better. Je n'aime pas. We take the I off the ne and contract it to an apostrophe. Tu n'étudies pas. Elle n'habite pas. These are all because of the vowels or the vowel sound in the case of habiter. Remember, H is sort of considered a vowel in French. It's a silent letter. The letter that follows is always a vowel, so we count that as a vowel. In casual conversation, French people often drop the ne. So instead of saying je n'aime pas, they tend to say j'aime pas. We see this in the reading where Tony Parker is posting a list of what he likes and doesn't like on his webpage, in the book on page 56. But you'll hear this quite a bit. J'aime pas la philosophie. J'aime pas le français. Well, you shouldn't say that. You really do. J'aime pas le chien. J'aime pas le professeur de maths. French people say that quite a bit. This is actually the end of our explanation for structure 2 of this chapter. It was pretty short. Hopefully it made sense. If you have questions, again, go back and listen again to the video. Otherwise, go on to take the quiz, and I'll see you in class.